Here we go, testing. Here we go, testing. Okay. Hello, to anyone watching on YouTube. Just starting the stream off. Yeah, it's been a little while since the last stream / video. Life was extremely interesting, extremely busy, but I'm back now ish. I had a want the last few days to come and do something. I've been drawing little bits in the background, not part of the draw the decks, just drawing with my son, by myself, doing some colouring, learning a little bit more maybe about colouring, who knows, learning a bit more about drawing, who knows, we'll see. But I think that's enough reminiscing. It's about time we got into this stream's subject, which is Raticate. So the last time we did get to Raticate, and now we're ready. Yes. It does seem a little bit out now, so let's just zoom a little bit. We do have a bit of sun, it seems, for some reason. Suddenly appearing. I'm not sure why. That's a bit too far out, isn't it? No, it's because we're going to be focusing here anyway. So let's go. Okay. I can put that there actually. It's a bit more in view. So let's get that open up. That wasn't as big as I wanted it. Perfect. So yeah, we're going to be doing Pokédex number 20 Raticate today. And hopefully, I've just realised hopefully this is making some sound actually, because I don't see. Let me just test that. Yeah. Cool. Before anyone comes in and comments that we're not making noise. We are making noise today, it's good. Yeah, as mentioned before, we're not going to be doing Alolan Rattata or Alolan Raticate. If I didn't mention it before, maybe I just thought about it, I'm not sure, but yeah, we're going to be doing base forms only, and then regional forms will come when they come. I'll fit them in somewhere in the right way once we get to like Alola and start getting them. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Right, where to start? Thinking, because who's next? Is it Spearow? I don't know, I don't care. Let's go here. If it doesn't fit, we'll make it fit, but... Okay, so I think his Whisker's going to go to there. Ear's going to go to there. Ear's going to go there. Tail's probably going to go there, which means we're looking about here. So that's where I'll start. Normally, this is a really strange place to start. I'm starting like with his sort of belly and lower body area, but it just feels right to start here today. So I hope, obviously there's not too many of you out there at the moment, so hopefully no one really dramatically and emotionally noticed that I wasn't here. But as I say, yeah, as I've mentioned a few times previously, we adopted a little boy last year, and yeah, it turns out that being a parent is just as busy as everybody says it is. So no, that's too high. I'm not gonna get the ear in there. Do I want to start it again? You know what? It's an ear. I've got a bit of Pidgeot's wingtip missing. We'll get rid of the ear. So we've got a little tuft there, and the ear kind of comes out here. that carries on and the ear comes out here. That's not too much, it's not too bad. We're gonna get some whiskers. Coming out just there. And a small one there. And a small one there. Don't forget, we're going to go over these and reline them, so that's not a problem. If they're not slightly that's ugly. Oh dear. I'm just going to get this area inside done. Oh man, very rat-like. Gross. We need more rat Pokemon, to be fair. There we go. That's not too bad. Yeah, a couple of lines here for whatever they are. So, we're going to go... That's going to come around here to ear number 2. And then this whisker goes right into the ear. And don't forget, obviously, again, these are going to tidy up slightly and reposition slightly as I line them. This is just a rough sketch, so of course go over, as you will have seen if you've watched the previous videos, or been on the stream previously, of course. Right, so that's going to go up here. And that is going to start into there. Okay, let's get this tail done. God, it's one of the lines, you can tell I'm desperate to bloody thicken the tail out, it's hilarious. Okay, and then we're going to do some of the banding. And then just a couple up here. Cool. Let's get this foot in. I recently went back and watched the majority of the first video with us drawing Bulbasaur. Just must have wanted to see it. Wanted to see the pictures and then wanted to see me drawing. And then of course wanted to come upstairs and look at the book again, which is probably what, to be honest, reminded me that I wanted to get back and do this. But it's quite funny sort of watching back and seeing me say what I consider now the same thing to be true, is that it's going to take so long to do this. We've obviously got Legends coming out soon, ZA, which is A, bringing with it more megas, B, Ruben not to, but possibly bringing new Pokemon or new forms of Pokemon. And then of course at some point next year we'll get, well, I assume next year, we'll get the next generation of games, and that's going to bring with it another, what, let's say 100 minimum. So unless, literally the only way to complete this deck in any time is to do about 7 streams a day, I think, every day, and that's not going to happen because sadly in a few weeks I go back to work after having the most wonderful and tiring year off of my entire life. So that should be fun. That middle toe is way too out there, but we'll again fix it in the lining, hopefully. And now I get to do, so this continues in a little bit there, and then we've got a little bit here as well of the fur, and then these really strange floating hands. Don't like hands at the best of times, and these are just awkward. Yeah, I don't like that at all, but oh well. Let's get this one in. And this is another one very similar to, who was it that we did? Was it, there was another Pokemon, was it Pidgeot or was it someone else that we did that had like a, I can't remember who it was now. Was it anybody that had this kind of, well, maybe I was talking about Rattata when I was talking about it being different. No, it is Rattata, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, just like Rattata, where we've got, so obviously it's different with like shading, like here on Pidgeot. It's here on Rattata, as I said in the last one, it's this this separation of colour that isn't a line. I find it very easy to be on a line, to have kind of freedom to just colour in empty spaces. I don't like that, so that's interesting again. And I'm sure we're going to get a lot more Pokemon on that, to be fair. Right, that's going to go on there. Okay, just got to get the eye in. So proportion-wise, it does seem a bit squashed up here, but tis what it is, sadly. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. So, what are we lining with on the today? I've got the donut ones out, so everything's out, but they're like out. They're not in a case or anything. They're just loose. So, where to start? Let's start with this lovely mouth. And we're going to go up to here, and then back in until this comes in. Oh, that's very sharp. That was silly. That was silly done. Oh well. Got a sharp Raticate today. That ear should start further up. There we go. It's quite good, quite enjoyable. My one of the things, I mean, my son was nearly here on this stream, to be fair. He's absolutely into this, but when he realised that he couldn't jabber his way the whole way through, he decided to go downstairs and be told after, when it's finished, so he can come up and look at Raticate, because he is adamant that I shouldn't be drawing Raticate, I should be drawing Eevee. at this point, so it's quite difficult for him to understand that I'm doing it in order and what that order is, of course. But he's also gotten extremely into Ben 10 lately, which I attribute to myself because I've been forcing him to watch it for a while. But it's lovely when you see your kids sort of fall in love with the same things you did. I think I've talked about this a little bit before on the stream with my Power Rangers Megazords that he's basically claimed at this point. But it's just, yeah, it's lovely. I'm going to line the eye today because his eye is basically black bar, a little bit of light in there. So I'm not really too bothered about the line sort of showing up even though it's not a lined eye, because of course the black's going to cover everything. There's that. And then there you go. Then we'll get this basically in the same place. I'm happy with that. Put it there a sec. Don't really like those whiskers, they look gross, but oh well. They're done now. Okay, let's get the rest of this shape in. Okay, I'm gonna move this a bit more to the front because it is. Okay, let's try and fix these feet a bit. Gross. Yeah, I'm not good at drawing feet, it turns out. Oh, that's horrendous. Right, this hand hasn't turned out too bad, so I'm gonna do that one. Ugh. Just horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Okay, that foot's a bit better. than the other one. Get the bangs in. And then the lining is done. There we go. Give that a sec to just dry because you know I'm crazy. I still haven't gone out and got myself a new or a better kneadable eraser. But I don't feel the need. Oh yeah, that foot is disgraceful. Come on. Come on. That's embarrassing even for what I consider myself to be an amateur artist. Like that's bad. That's bad. Bear with me, just gonna knock this off. You're joking me. Have I been drawing that off screen the entire time? Oh, don't start this way now. Okay. Right, you'll be in you again. Okay, cool. Ugh. Fun. Let me just see if that lines up again. Okay, yeah, you can see it. Apologies, I'm not sure how much of that was off camera. Well, off camera, off screen. Right, so where is... It's one thing I didn't get ready, like an Egypt. Where is... I can't find my little colour thing, but I do remember, distinctly remember, it being somewhat full, so it's about time to get another one. And I haven't got anything different really from the last time, except I have got a few more of the Deco Time ones. I think on the last stream I talked quite loudly about people suddenly loving them because of TikTok and buying up all of the sets of 160 and then trying to sell them for like nearly double the price on eBay. Well, joke's on them because they all came back in stock and I got them, so. Oh, what is happening? Right, that's going to have to be the angle for now. So, got the lining done. I figure we do maybe the other ones first, like the little, hello, the tail and stuff first, that bigger shadow for the tail. Hello, mate. Just trying to get a decent colour here.
That one turned to that one.
That's right, Raticate digivolves, we're talking Digimon now. Raticate evolves into Raticate. Yeah, I'm just trying some colours to see what I can get. It's kind of like a pinky brown. No, that's too pink. A pinky brown of some sort. I'm thinking probably the best one for this, or black. I think it's a bit dark, mate. I'm thinking I might try out this one. What's that look like? That's a bit too orangey.
Papa.
Yeah, mate?
Itala with a tail.
No, but that colour maybe for the fur on his belly.
Oh.
Yeah, that might be good.
That's like the I can eat it.
Okay, these two are going to work well. Thank you. So, I'm going to be using from Deco Time. Where's it gone? I'm going to use. Oh, that's too close now. Stone Grey. That's the rubbings and some pieces of the paper. I can't actually see anything now. This is bloody not working for me. Right, that. It's just too heavy apparently, my phone now. Let's just double check. I'll move that now. I want to make sure that's in. Wait a minute. No. I've got the two colours I need now, mate. Thank you, though. There we go. So, what do I... Oh, I'm not sure what I remember thinking now. That's going to be the shadow. That's going to be the same colour.
Oh, you're not done the decorating yet.
Because I'm trying to find the right colours, mate. I've not messed up a little bit. I've messed up a little bit. Is that too pink?
I need to wait.
That's the wrong one, mate. That's remember that's for the. Oh, there we go. That's for the belly. So I'm going to with the Deco Time.
I need to wait out.
115 pale rose for the base colour for the. Thank you, mate. Shh. Okay.
No.
Just sitting watching. For the hands, the feet, and the Liam. Shush.
Oh, I did that.
The only issue I can't really see that well now with the phone in front of me, but yes, this is going to be the base colour. Then I've got another colour for the shadows. But it looks like I might have to get a new stand. Oh, that foot is just horrible. Looks like it's just been run over.
Like the dollar.
Thank you.
I don't like that dollar.
That's the shadow, mate.
I don't like that dollar.
Okay, well I've chosen it now.
I don't like the dollar.
I know. Stop. Not on the chair. Not on the chair.
I love it on the chair.
Alright. Well, that was short-lived, but yeah, that wasn't carrying on. Yeah, so I think I might need to get a new stand because this isn't working. I'm craning my neck around here to get a good view and see what I'm actually doing. Now I could be using the brush, and I have been using the brush normally, but as I say, since the last video I've been doing a lot of just colouring, and I've come to quite like just using the bullet nibs of most of my pens. And I'll come in here after with the next colour. The one thing though, the bad thing about getting more, I don't know if you noticed, this is one of the triangle ones that I said I didn't want to get, but now I have, because they had more colours and it drew me in when it finally came out. And there were some other ones in like pastel boxes that I had to go, even though I don't like the boxes, they had colours, so those other boxes, apologies that I can't show you properly now, but okay, so that's that one done. And then I've decided to come in with from the Uhuhu colour range, light grey orange, which seems, at least on my test paper, a nice little fit. Yeah, it looks like it works quite nicely. Now, of course, it's more, and I say this every time, it's more of a muted, like, sort of, not grayscale, but there's always like a greyed kind of hue to these colours that I just don't have in the brands that I have. So a lot of it is about making do, leaning more into that cartoony kind of feel anyway, but again, just kind of dealing with what I have and can do with those tools. So, and with my skill set, because I'm sure I could find the colours properly that I need, or I could do some greys and mixes and blends and whatnot, but I don't know how to yet. So, or I could be completely right and actually I just don't have the colours, and don't have anything that I can do other than sort of change the colour to what I need, fit it in with what I've got. I'm just going to go up around there. Cool. And again the feet. One of the feet will be saved by shading, but at least they're done and covered then. Hey, the more shade, the less you can see them, so. Okay, so then, well, I went a bit fatter than I needed to. Yeah, this is hurting my neck now. And I think also about getting, I was saying earlier I should be using the brush nib. Getting too used to the brush nibs has been a problem for me, because then suddenly I'll go to a pen like this one which has a bullet and a broad nib. I've got no brush there. I don't mind colouring with the broad nibs either, but like I say, I've quite taken to the bullets now, which is funny. Okay. Okay. So I think next I'll just get the Decatime Blue Grey 1 and just do the shading in the teeth and eyes, just so that's out of the way and done. And the eyes. And then I think I'll use the Ohuhu Neutral Grey 130. Which is cool grey 130, but yeah. Just to go in and get the eyes done as well. Apart from, I should really leave a little blob there. I should have done the colour first, to be fair, but that'll be fun. I'm just coming with a lighter grey now and put that in there. Let's go with my Artex Warm Grey 3. If no other reason, just so I can have used it as well. Okay. I'm going to go in and get... That's perfect, actually. Is it? Yeah. Let's just see what this looks like on top of each other. What happens when I go on top of that? Yeah, that's kind of cool. So, my regular... I don't know what range this is. I'm sure this last time. Come in. Come in. I think this is the... Is it the Honolulu? I'm going to get this inside the...
I found you in my room.
Okay, thank you.
Cat in
Oh.
my room.
Oh, poor cat.
What?
One of their claws has popped a little bit, that's all. So I'm going to cover the whole thing in... you can't really see that. But in jacaranda. And then... I'm going to do the shading in Mentha Piperita. And once again, it looks completely different on here than it does on the other paper. The other paper had not a stark difference, but quite a difference. What else? Tell you what's going to look with that one? No, that's way too dark. Just wearing that. Yeah, I'm going to go over a little bit again in red grey. Maybe it's just me in real life, but I can't see anything happening. Anything happening at all. Just heading over in a bit of this. That's a bit better. Bit dark, but hey. We've got 17 colours. That was neutral grey, by the way. Neutral grey 051. On the same range. Okay, so my little game is brown grey, and that I think kind of works for what we want to go for the outer fur. Yeah. For the in fact no. Yeah, why not? Let's. I'm going to do all of this. It's going to come around here and go under the eyes and then past the whiskers. No, I do want it. I thought I could give it a go, but no. I want my bullet nib. That's a lot of sirens. Hello. What, mate? What do you need?
Nothing.
Who's watching you?
No.
Okay. So we're going to get another kind of... Because that's not even... a shade, that's another colour.
Hello?
No mate, not in here.
Why?
Because I'm recording, aren't I, mate?
Here.
We can talk a little bit, but you're not bringing toys in. Let's get in there. Let's get in here. Okay, and then I want this to also come down. Do a little flick there. And then it's going to come around. And now I can fill that in with a broad. Just filling this in now. Okay. That is, oh no, oops, oh, for crying out loud. Starting to get a little annoyed now with this. Let's pop a little bit of that there again. This is going to be too dark. Yeah. Yeah. What's this? Way too dark. Let's try something else. That's basically the same colour. Let's try. I don't like that. Way too dark. Way too dark. So that I've noticed now, a lot of these Ohuhu ones don't actually match what they say on the cap, which is quite frustrating. Too dark. Well, the amount of these lovely oranges and browns that are turning out almost black. There we go, that's one that will actually do for a little bit. So I'm going to go with this one, which is Tumbleweed. It's a little I don't know how to explain it. To be fair, it looks better than this in terms of being the right colour. So. Yeah, it works out right. I like that. Yeah, it sounded better than I thought. Shade wise, it's quite good. There we go. Okay, so gonna need some nice colours for the belly now. That's too yellow. Don't want that. I think something more like this maybe. It's a bit too orange. What about this? No, let's try it. Yeah, I like that. Do I? Do I? No, I don't. That's better. No, it's not. Oh yeah, this is hard. I like this one. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go over everything in this. This is Tawny from the Deco Time twin markers. Just to say, with all the markers that I have, and we're numbering, somewhere in the thousands now, the Deco Time is probably my favourite still. Love the Ohuhu, really like the Artex now. I've used some more. I like the Winsor & Newton ones that I have, but I don't have many. But these are just, yeah, I prefer them. That was an accident. And I'm doing to get a colour for this ear as well after this. go. I'm thinking maybe this hazelwood. Look at that one. Yeah, that works nicely. It's not actually that much darker, is it? Or is it? I can't tell. As the sun sort of flashes on it, I can't blink and see anything there. I'm gonna just go under that as well. And then okay. Oops. I like that. I just need to find this colour, or colours. I think we're looking more like this kind of tone first. Yeah. This one is stone grey, and then I'm going to go over that in like grain maybe. Yeah, that's alright. Not actually that in love. Yeah, no, I like that. I like that. Hi, Sakura. Coming in just at the end. Yeah, Raticate, yeah. Got there in the end with it. Still in no way happy with the feet. And obviously miffed now that the my what's the word? My stand. No, literally just came straight in. I've done none. So I did Ratata on the last stream, and then have just lived quite well, but also yeah. So I'll come back and done none until today, to start back off where I began and hopefully get back into it. Although I do need to get a new stand for my phone now, because this one is not doing what I need it to do. But yeah, so that's well, actually no, I need to do. That's what I need to do still. Okay, so let's go in again with my lovely trusty colourless blender, because that is how I now like to highlight. Get a little bit here on it, yeah. Some on the whiskers. A little here on the nose. just to round off some of that tail, it looks like, as we get through these. Awesome. So yeah, that is going to be that for Raticate. I'm trying to see who's going to be next. I'm not going to promise a day that it's going to be next, but we are following up with Spiro to go here next time. But thank you so much for joining us, Cora. Shame that obviously we were sort of near the end of the stream, but hopefully next time I can do it a bit later and get you in. But feel free to watch the rest on VOD or on YouTube. For anyone that is watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and if you have enjoyed this, don't forget to check out the playlist, and obviously like, comment and subscribe if you do, and I'll hopefully see you all at some point during the week for the next video. Bye.